Congratulations, you're doing awesome, awesome, and awesome. I hope you're taking the time to do this, okay, and I just spin through it. You can always go back and relook at it, add things to your categories. Also, you can post it on your Facebook page or Twitter. You can put it on your Twitter. Okay, it sounds kind of dumb, doesn't it? You can put it out on Twitter. If I see it, add at Grant Cardone, and I guarantee you I'll be happy to repost it for you and follow you. Look, I'm so proud of what you're doing. So few people ever take the time to actually set monster goals. And it is because people don't set monster goals that they give up on their little freaking mundane, average, no fun goals. It's no wonder to me that most people give up on their goals. You know why? Because they suck. Your goals are so freaking small and always in one category. I want to improve my health. Good, you do, and then you find out you're broke and you start eating cookies again. You understand? So I'm really proud of you for doing this, taking the time. Let's do the fifth part of this exercise. In each category now, what I want you to do on page 5, part 5, is I want you to fill out the things you need to learn about income, about wealth, physical, spiritual, familial, recreational, and professional. What do you need to know about income? I was 26 years old. My brother told me, he's like, look, you don't even know what you're talking about, dude. And I'm like, you're right. I don't know what to do with money. I'd make money. I'd hold on to the money, my income. I wanted my income to become wealth. I didn't even know the difference between income and wealth, and I had a college degree. I had an accounting degree. I was meeting with a billionaire this weekend, and he's like, what kind of degree you got? I said, I got a degree in accounting. He's like, man, that's a great degree. I said, yeah, but Bob, I didn't know the difference between income, wealth, or cash flow. Then I started a business at 30 years old, and I don't even know what cash flow means. So what I did was I got a bunch of different places where I could start dictionary. I got a dictionary. I got the Barron's magazine. I got Smart Money magazine. Today with the internet, man, you can start learning what is income. What does it mean to have income? Now, when you touch on this income category, I want you to look at everything. Do you know that 90+% of population USA does not even know what they pay in income tax? I guarantee if I go to my 50 employees right now, I guarantee you most of them have no clue what they pay in taxes. Why? Because it's withheld from their check before they even get to their check, which means their responsibility is lowered. Their observation skills are dropped out. The government took the money first. Great clue there. They took the money first. They don't see it. And they're like, I don't know what I pay in taxes because I never see it. All right. So income tax. Your withholding, everything to do with withholding. And there's a reason why I put income first in these 7 categories is because you need it to live. You need it to expand the other 6. Okay, you're not going to have wealth, physical, spiritual, familial, recreational, or professional if you don't have new money coming in. What do you need to learn about multiple flows of income that I talk about all the time? What do you need to learn about passive income? Okay, that's your category. Wealth. Look, most people have no clue what wealth even means. Have you even looked up the word in the dictionary? What do you need to learn about what wealth means? And I'm talking about financial wealth. I'm talking about assets, not houses. A house is not an asset, okay? Wealth is those things that you know are going to be there for you in the future. Okay, maybe it's a stock. Ooh, man, that's kind of risky, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Because you don't know what it's going to be worth tomorrow. See, I want the kind of wealth in this category. When I did this category, I said I want indestructible wealth here. Nobody can ever take it from me, no matter what happens in the economy or the stock market. What happens over in Europe or South America, what happens anywhere in the world, what happens to my industry, hey, my wealth is there. What do you need to learn about wealth? Passive wealth, indestructible wealth, overnight wealth. What does the word even mean? What is affluence? What is enough? How much would you actually need? Man, Graham, when am I going to have time to do all this? If you have time to do everything else you've been doing in your life, trust me, you can make time to do this list. What do you need to learn? Once the commitment to greatness, to 10x, awesome life in all these categories is big enough, you're going to be like, I'll find time to get this because I deserve it. And you do. Physical. What do you need to learn about the physical being, man? I mean, how many billions of cells do you have that are freaking reduplicating every second? What does caffeine and nicotine do to those cells? Is it throwing the cells? What is radioactivity, the sun freaking beating down on your body, do to those cells? Does it cause those cells to communicate with other cells and say, dude, this guy's jacking me up, man. You got to go over here and get some cooler from the system to cool this guy out because he's trying to stay on the beach and get a tan. Do you even know what's happening to your physical condition? You know, when you don't work out or when you don't stretch, why so many people have lower back problems? Look, you need to study what's going on with your physical body. What happens when you go out and lift 200 pounds and you're starting to build all this muscle mass? What happens to your body later when you're 50 years old? You thinking this thing all the way through? 10X life would be one of survival. Survival means what? I can get through accidents, problems, situations, and I survive to the other side. If you look up the full category, or full definition of the word survival, it means to live beyond death, okay? It means super live. That's what survival is. It doesn't mean clawing. I just want to barely get by, okay? No, it means to super live. And that's what we're talking about in the 10X, okay? Physical condition, spiritual. What do you need to learn about spiritual? When's the last time you read something about spirituality, about the spirit, about whatever is spiritual to you? I don't care how you define it, but when's the last time you read something about it? What do you need to learn about it? Or is it just, you've just basically inherited whatever your mommy and daddy believed? And you went there and said, oh yes, that is the truth. But you haven't looked. You haven't studied for yourself, okay? You haven't established what you need to learn for you about what spirituality. I would expect that you particularly, when you heard me say, man, I need to help a friend, okay? That's spiritual. Who would disagree with that, okay? How would anybody disagree that that's not a spiritual thing? Or that you would help somebody you don't even know? Dude, that's spiritual. Or when a cop gives you a ticket, you would thank him for protecting you. How's that not spiritual? The guy's freaking working every day in a job where people mostly don't like him, okay? And I would thank him for giving me a ticket for slowing me down. So, what do you need to learn about spirituality? Familial. What do you need to learn about your family? You know, when I did this category, I was like, man, I hadn't checked on my brother in a long time. My twin brother. I haven't checked on him. I haven't checked on his kids. I haven't checked on his wife, how his business is doing. What do I need to learn about my family? How do my kids do today? Not the casual question, what'd you learn at school? And then you just run off to whatever you're doing anyway, right? What do you need to learn about family? What does family even mean? Have you even looked up the dictionary what a family is? What do you need to learn? Recreational. Man, think about the list of places. Some of you had, I'll bet you had trouble filling out 10 places you wanted to go to on page, on exercise 2. I'll bet you had trouble filling out 10 spots on the planet you'd like to go to. So what do you need to learn? Man, where's Bali? What do they do there? You know? What's in Taiwan? What do they do there? What's in Singapore? It's expanding, exploding with opportunities. What's in Panama, right? What is in Bogota, Colombia, other than the cocaine cartel of the 80s that people still think is there today, and it's not? What's there? What's in Cartagena, okay, Colombia, which is one of the most religious places on the planet? What are in these places? What do I need to learn about them so I can actually start creating some interest in going to these places? Did you know that the humpback whales all migrate to Maui in March? Man, it is fantastic. Unbelievable to go there in March and see hundreds and hundreds of humpbacks breaching the water and then going underwater. Best place to dive in March is Maui because you can hear the freaking whales from miles away singing to one another. And then lastly, professional. What do you need to learn about professional? What does your professional world need? What do they need? What do they want? What will they pay for? Who's the winners? Are you learning from the winners? Are you observing them, studying them, and practicing? Who's getting the big paychecks? Don't hate on them. Learn from them. All right. Hey, look, you've done awesome here, okay? Finish that up, and I'm going to come back and give you a little G.